Welcome to the first episode of Decan Talks Business. But first, let me tell you a story. This is how I start my first episode, okay? So stay with me, alright? So, in the year 2021, after surviving the shaggy, if I could use the word of COVID-19. So, in the year 2021, I applied for a conference to, attend. And the owner or the convener of the conference, messaged me on WhatsApp, and it was like, I want you to be among this events coordinator team. I've not volunteered before in my life, so that is that kind of volunteering, So I decided to let me just give it a try, So I gave it a try, and I attended. And that day, I just came early, first timers. You enter the school newly, you have to be conference, don't show like a bad boy or something like that. So I attended first with my dress. He told me to change up at a particular time. So I sat down at the back, and then, seeing the big names in the conference and all, big guys, everybody coming in, shaking themselves, knowing themselves, hey, how you doing? I know. So there was a man that came in, he was putting on a black turtleneck. So this man came in and sat down beside me. And then, while I was just there looking at the guy awkwardly with my side eye, my massive side eye, and then he just turned to me and said, hello, and introduced himself with the title and all, like a title chief, And I was like, my name is David, And he then started talking to me, and he was a speaker at the conference. I didn't know, but he gave me kind of like a mini conference that shaped my mind, and put me on the trajectory. Like, it just put me on the path at which I'm walking now. And I always still go to him for, more reshaping. Because no matter how shaped you can be, you can always be more shaped than the shape itself. So I had to. That's where So I always go to him for reshaping. And this man changed my trajectory. Like, it changed my focus. And I always still go to him. And I wonder, where did this guy get this thing from?
Were you mesmerized?
Mesmerized is just a short word, Mesmerized is very demure, if I can use that word, Yes, but my head I was like, wow.
You were blown away.
And I am so honored here, guys, that the man that reshaped my focus is actually the person sitting next to me, He is the person next to me. See how he's just acting very demure and just so cutesy. Don't mind that.
He's the kind of person that will have a lot of money, but you can never know.
Yeah, you just can just sit down near you. They'll not even smile. Nice to meet you. You're drinking Gary. Let's drink Gary together.
Yeah.
But you don't know that.
You don't know that
they manufacture the Gary. They can buy the Gary. So sitting next to me, and I'm so honored to meet the man, the shape that shaped me into where I'm shaping to. You understand? So I'm so honored to have him by my side, Mr. Val Okafor. Oh my God, the name is just Val Okafor. Welcome to Decan Talks Business.
Thank you very much, David. It's an honor to be here.
Sir.
And thank you for taking us back to 2021. It's surreal. It's surreal. I appreciate you for that. Thank you, and it's an honor to be here as well.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So, Mr. Val.
Yes, please.
As a boy to his dad, let me just take the first wheel. Understand? Although there's no car key, let me just take the first wheel. That was kind of deep though. But just my don't laugh at me. So
okay,
so
go
sir,
ahead.
Right now what people watching are seeing is the Mr. Val, the story I put out, the surface kind of Val, But what I want to ask you is, Val, how was Val years ago? Tell me about Val growing up. What kind of troubles or hurdles did Val scale? What kind of shege did he face, if I can use that word? Tell us about Val.
Did you ever emphasize, like, you would be like this when you were small?
Give us, tell us your backstory.
We would like to know the man. Or put it this way, we would like to know the boy Val before he became a man.
The boy behind the man. Yeah, that's his story. That can be a title for a new book. Not bad. Okay.
I'm sure he has taken note of that.
Okay. Wow, my backstory.
Yeah.
Okay. I grew up in an environment that wasn't inspiring at all. So back in Jos North to be precise, I grew up in an environment where you wake up every morning and then you see able-bodied men playing draft and drinking calypso, which used to be their very prominent spirit.
Yeah.
And they'll play from morning till night, and their wives will hawk whether it's plantain or watermelon or cucumber,
Sorry,
and then
sorry. Their
yes,
wives.
yes,
Wow. I thought it's. Oh, sorry.
So the other one play judge, wife with hawk.
yes.
As well.
So their wives will go fight bread and win bread and bring bread back home. Yeah, that was what was obtainable, and give them the monies. Then they will now do whatever it is that they wanted to do. So that kind of environment was where I grew up in. There was nothing really inspiring. So yeah, I thought life was like that. It was filled with people who were drunk at night and staggering into gutters and all of that. So nothing really inspiring at that time. So I was going to school, primary school, coming back home to face these things every day, and we continued like that until 2014. Because I just want to cut you short. 2014 was a defining year for me. It was the year I found out my life's assignment. Mark Twain, a great philosopher, once said that there are two most important days in life: the day you were born, which is a happy day.
Yeah.
Your friends, your mom's friends, your dad's friend, everybody will come around to rejoice. But the second most important day is the day you discover why. The day you discover why you were born, life becomes meaningful. And so life became meaningful to me. And I knew why I woke up every day. And I knew why I was going to school. And I knew why I was learning the things I was learning at the time. Because, I couldn't have just passed through this earth, getting married, have kids, build houses. Everybody can do that. But what is the most important thing for us is to actually live out our purpose. So that year was the defining year for me. What helped me? I was still in that environment, but what helped me was I built an ecosystem of possibilities. So in my environment, there are people drinking and falling to gutters, right? But in my head, I was already reading books by Ben Carson. Gifted Hand, Think Big. I was reading Steve R. Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, 8 Habits, John Masson's An Enemy Called Average. I read a lot of books. My books would fill Ghana Must Go bags.
Wow.
How old were you then?
I was about 19.
And you read
A lot of books.
So many books.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I knew I wasn't going to end up like those men I saw. Yeah. So that was what changed my mindset, changed my perception. I wanted to be more. I was hungry for success. I just wanted to be out there to do something meaningful with my life. And it started. Then I had accumulated this knowledge. It was time to pour out. Because every man has a man. All of us, including the crew members here. Morning, afternoon, night. Your morning period is a period of self-discovery. If you don't discover yourself, afternoon will be difficult for you. Your afternoon is your period of self-development. That thing you've discovered about yourself, you develop it. Your night period is a period of impact where you pour out yourself as a drink offering. So when I discovered this about me, I started to pour out. I looked at my sphere of influence, and your sphere of influence are, the environment where you have control over. So the church was the perfect sphere of influence for me at the time. What I knew was how to succeed in WAEC, how to succeed in UTME, that's JAMB. I started teaching the children in church how to succeed in their exams. I never knew people were paid to speak. I never knew you could fly people and put them in 7-star hotels to just share their ideas for 45 minutes. It didn't occur to me. I was just passionate about the children around me. That was where I started from.
And that was in Jos?
That was in Jos.
Wow.
I did this in 2014. I did it in 2015. I did it in 2016.
So at what point did you realize that you could make an income out of it?
Well, many years ahead. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
So, I was just doing it because I had the love. I didn't want these children to make the mistakes that we made. Everything I knew, I struggled to know them because, an average African family, the firstborn is an automatic mentor. He assumes that role he doesn't even know. So he looks out for the younger siblings, nobody looks out for him. That's the average. Yes, yes. So he learns and make mistakes by himself. He becomes his own mentor. So nobody actually said, take book, read. Go ahead.
Go to school or something.
Because they don't know. You can never rise above the boundaries of your mental conditioning. The way you behave is simply because of the knowledge and exposure you have. The guy at what's the name of this place? That dangerous place in this Lagos.
The
Ajegunle. The guy who fights on the bus at Ajegunle. Oh, that's the height of his knowledge. The way I can get money from these people is to exert force. That is only what he knows. But the guy who understands negotiation, who understands alternative conflict resolution, would rather engage in a dialogue. Why? Different knowledge, different perception. So to live better, you know better. That's
you
just
were
it.
a leader. So you were a leader inadvertently at the age of 19.
Everybody is a leader. It's just that we have not been able to discover our leadership potentials. And being a leader is simply, and I love the approach you came from, because you didn't mention whether I was in any position or not. Leadership is simply the ability to take responsibility for the problems you didn't create.
The problems you didn't create.
Yeah.
So,
An average African man.
wow.
An average African man will
Yes.
not send any problems he didn't create. No,
That's the problem.
I don't
You know why? Because leaders are those who make things happen. There are 3 categories of people. There are those who make things happen. There are those who watch things happen, and those who wonder how things happen.
Wow.
Those who wonder how things happen, they are the worst. They don't know what is going on. They are the consumers. Anything that people create, they consume. Those who watch things happen are those who criticize. Oh no, it's supposed to be this. Oh no, he didn't do it well. Or he didn't do it. They can't do that, but they only complain. The leaders are those who make things happen. Guess what? No matter how much you complain, you will still wait for the solution providers to create a solution, and you buy from them.
So, on a side note, right? Nigeria is a consuming nation.
And let's not go into that, because if I open that cooler now, we all get angry. You ask a question. I'm going somewhere. You ask a question, how was I able to create something out of this?
Yeah, sure.
So it all happened because those listening to us would think, oh, it's rocket science. No rocket science. Mentorship. I knew public speaking was the tool I was going to impact my world. I had to submit to mentorship for 3 good years. I learned from the very best, Fela Dorotoye, the founder of Gemstone Group here in Lagos. Yeah. 1 year, Fela was mentoring me on the values of nation building. When he came to UN in 2018, I received him. I got an award. He was even the one that presented the award to me. But beyond that, I had 1 year mentorship. And I had 2 years mentorship from Mrs. Noela Ogu, who is also a business growth coach. Our office is in Lekki here.
Wow.
For 2 years, I was learning from these people. Then I submitted to volunteering. Everything I had learned those 3 years, I poured out. I learned how to speak. I learned project management. I learned lead coordination. So it was not hard to now monetize what I knew, because I'd been in the field for 5 years doing stuff for free.
For 5 years?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
But, are you, sorry, can I ask on the side
please,
note again? Are you a Gen Z?
No, I'm a millennial. Yeah.
Because I know that Gen Zs don't wait that long before they monetize anything.
Yes.
Wow, for 5 years?
Yes.
5 years without pay.
Come on.
5 years without pay.
Without pay?
Yes.
Like, whatever you do
was for free.
Was for free? Okay.
Now, I think I'm going to have to digress.
Okay.
I have to digress to somewhere else. When you were doing all these 5 years without pay, started teaching children in school, and started doing your leadership stuff and reading books in Ghana most schools.
Books. Yeah.
What did people say about what you were doing? Did they tell you, my son, keep going? Those men who were playing draft and their wives selling plantain and all that. What did they say?
Now, that was even far away. My friends and the people close, they were wondering, what is this guy doing? Because I had school outreaches from school to school. There was a month I reached out to about 14 schools, and my goal for January was to reach out to 1,000 students. I didn't have transport to go to those schools, to even print the letters. I don't know what I did, and I got 5K. I was able to print, and somebody said to a friend that what this guy is doing will not help him. Just can you tell him to stop? He told me, and I smiled. Thank God for the exposure I already had, the information I had. Do you know, a man of vision is a madman until his vision is accomplished. These skyscrapers you are seeing all over, the time they were building, they digging the foundation, people passed and they didn't know what was going on. And they will call you crazy. Why are you wasting time? What are you digging? Are you digging a well? Until that skyscraper is set up, they won't understand the foundation. So only me knew where I was going to. And guess what? When I landed Europe, come on. I got many comments, and I got a message I wouldn't want to, because I know this is going on there, but it was a positive one. Oh, I knew you would always get here. I knew I told you there are 3 categories of people: those who watch things happen. So it's normal. Jesus Christ didn't do much within his sphere of influence because of a complex called familiarity. It's normal. They know your dad, they know your sisters, they know your... So, what? So, what I tell people is focus on achieving results. It will cancel every doubt.
Results cancel results.
Absolutely.
So, were you ever supported, or were you... I'm trying to phrase this question because it has to do with family.
Yes.
Did your family support you, or did they put you by the side?
Well, let me just come from an angle of filial love, because filial love is the love that family members share. So yeah, my dad, my mom, because they're my parents, so yeah, they definitely support me, say well done. But at a point, like, why are you doing this? That kind of thing. Nothing, well, no money, nothing. Why are you doing this? I remember many times I'll go to my mom, share my ideas. She'll give me like 8K, 7K, or rush buy refreshments for the children I was teaching. So yeah, she supported. Yeah, she kind of saw the trajectory, where I was headed, and then support.
So between your dad and your mom, who has been your biggest supporter?
Why do you have to put me on this spot? Okay, so, but we all know, yes. So I would say a large chunk of my support came from my mom.
It's always the
because maybe I was very close, because I was close to her. Yeah. I've not answered your question as to how I was able to monetize what I was doing. So because I've been in the field, let me wrap up my thoughts with that. I've been in the field for 5 years, so I built credibility. There's something called social proof. So yeah, I already proved myself competent, qualitative, great. I'd gotten some certifications. I've learned some stuff, and then when I came out, it was easy to believe me. My first class was in 2017 on WhatsApp. I made 17K from WhatsApp. I was super excited. First cash out. I said, so people pay for virtual classes without seeing who was behind it. Yeah. So I'm like, wow, this is beautiful. 17K, that's not bad. And then I started creating products from my knowledge. So I have about 5 products I've been able to create, and about 3 books I've been able to write, apart from speaking engagements. So I have a product for organizations, I have products for individuals, I have products for groups, around personal development and leadership. So yeah, I can tell you that, and Dave made mention of how he saw me. Dave now was part of one of our products, which is called Next Level Conversation.
Yep.
Next Level Conversation. You've been seeing it now.
Yeah,
we are going to be launching the 26th cohort in October.
Wow.
Yeah, 26th cohort.
26?
Yeah.
26.
So it started running from 2021 till last month we graduated 170 students. Yeah. and I don't have to go anywhere. Just the comfort of my room and teach the world.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's deep.
So which okay, from your next level cohorts,
Yes.
because I think it's interesting, 170
70 students.
Yeah.
students.
Mm.
Wow. So how much life?
Okay. So, Mr. Val,
Wow.
here's my question to you. When you started teaching and all the mentorship and all, you said you started getting income. Income is one thing. Building a business is another, right? So, how are you able to build a business from what you were doing? Yeah, I can get an income from selling pure water, but I cannot build pure water factory.
Yes.
Is a business, a different stuff on its own. So, how are you able to build a business around what you were doing?
Yeah. Okay, so in 2021, I saw that, this is good. People are in search of knowledge. And then I founded the Val Okafor company, which is a consulting firm.
Yeah.
And then I registered with the government where we mentor, we coach, we train. So it's a training institution, it's a coaching institution, it's a mentoring institution. So when that was done, I set up a team of people, my executive assistants and virtual assistants, as the case may be. And then we put out these products. We get people, so it's sustainable. There's a structure to what we do, so that guarantees income month in, month out.
All right.
Yeah, month in, month out. It's not like a one-off thing.
Yeah.
Even as we speak, people have already secured slots for October.
Sure.
And both for private coaching and for group coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So during your first year of the Val Okafor company, just tell us about your first year. How was the shege? Almost every business have their first years, first, second, third. They are performative, shege that they face.
Yes.
So tell me about the shege you faced in the Val Okafor company. Yeah, I know you have influence, but now you are dealing with managing people, being people from different walks of life who may not have had some training as to working in a company. So what was the first thing you had to face, both internally and externally?
Okay, so internally, I had anybody who works with me have to get my mindset. So there's some form of trainings that occur. Everybody working with me now underwent training so that they can understand my vision for life. So it wasn't really easy because, trying to align them with my core values and all. That was the internal struggle that we had. Somebody who could understand me and understand that my core value is humanity over material. Right? Yeah, I believe in building the people and the money comes naturally. That's all. So when you build the people, they'll return. They'll be indebted to you. They'll be indebted to you. Yeah, so they pay and they still give you goodwill.
Return on investment.
Yeah. So for them to understand that core value, that was but we are good now. So for that first year, it was that it's more like swinging on a pendulum, going like this, going this way, until they are now able to understand my mindset.
Yeah.
I'm always of the opinion that the best investment you can ever have is human investment before land. When I posted that on my WhatsApp status, those real estate companies decided to tackle me, and I still stood my ground. There's nothing like investing in people, because those people would definitely come back and make you proud. Now, there was something that happened in the Nazi war I read about. This man rescued a lot of children, a lot, up to 102 or 120 Jews at that time. When this man was celebrating his 100-year birthday, those that were surrounding him were the 102 children that he saved without him knowing.
Wow.
They gave him a standing ovation.
Wow.
Since I read that book, I've always said that the best investment you can ever have is a human investment. Then you talk about land.
Wow.
Land can be taken from anybody at any time, but the capacity of which you invest in a human, that is for life. Because this person will tell, oh, Saval, I met David. This is what David did to me. Oh, wow. Okay, David. Who is this David? Okay, I'm David. Tap. Oh. And once they're getting the positive information, it's being transferred.
Yeah, in network.
from one person to another. So I support the idea that human investment over material investment, because once you invest, you have to give time.
Okay, so Mr. Val, you're a leadership expert and all. So my question to you is, what is leadership in business? Many people have businesses, yeah. The woman selling down the street who says, my business, So people, almost everybody has a business. But what is leadership in business to you?
All right. So let me first of all, the concept of leadership. Let me define the concept of leadership, and then we can bring it to. You can apply leadership anywhere.
Yeah.
First of all, leadership is the ability to look inward, and discover your uniqueness, and how your uniqueness can add value to humanity. Now, so when you understand that, you know that there's something in you that you have. In terms of your skills, your talent, or your passion. And so if you're passionate about real estate, you have that understanding. That's the mark of leadership, first of all. And then how can real estate help to solve the problems in the society, which will help you to now start creating real estate solutions. So by the time you're able to do that and people benefit from the solutions, there goes your leadership. You've already started. And now when people get value from what you're doing, the reward for value comes back as finance. So they give you money, as payments for the value you've served them. So it's just the ability to coordinate the solution you have in exchange for financial reward.
That's leadership.
That's all.
I thought leadership is all about standing in front and
I say I'm a leader.
I say I'm a leader. Okay, I'm Sir Val Okafor company. I'm the one leading it.
Let's go.
No,
so it's beyond that, or it's not even that.
Well, let me create a contrast. So there are many levels of leadership. Positional leadership, which is the one you just explained, is the least.
Positional leadership.
Yes,
The least.
the least form of leadership.
Wow.
You know why?
Why?
People obey you and respect you because they don't have a choice.
That's the positional
Yes,
Wow.
like your school principal.
leadership. That one showed me shaky.
But you just had to respect him
Because you don't have a
because
choice.
you don't have a choice.
Yes.
That is the office that you are respecting.
Not
But
the human
that
being.
it's because the reason why people obey maybe the police guy is the uniform. Not necessarily because of the guy himself. But true leadership, the one I preach, is when people love and respect you because they want to.
Because they want to,
Yes.
not because they are forced
Because
to.
they're not forced. Not because they don't have a choice. They can either love you or not. But when they choose to love you, there goes your leadership.
Wow.
So if you are occupying a position, you can now start creating, you can move from positional leadership to transformational leadership. And there are certain steps you need to take, And if I'm permitted, I can share.
You are permitted to share. Come on.
How can you move from a positional leader to a transformational leader?
leader.
Impact, vision, empathy, influence, and commitment.
Say that again.
Impact, vision, empathy, influence, and commitment. These components will help you move from a positional leader to a transformational leader. It's broad, right? But maybe let me just explain them in one minute each. What is impact? Impact is simply the feeling or experience people have when they come in contact with you. So when you have that understanding, you know that leadership is a lifestyle. I don't need to be the governor. I don't need to be the CEO in order to impact people. As I am, impact flows. So if I meet Odera tomorrow and have a conversation with him, will I come back the next day? If I do business with you today, will I want to do business with you tomorrow? That's the impact you're talking about. The experience and the feeling people have when they come in contact with you. That's impact. So if I have every reason to come back to you, it means that I enjoyed the relationship that took place between us. Do you see that you don't need to be in a particular position to do that?
Yeah.
That's leadership. It's not a position.
So in other
It's
words, you
not
can be the least in your company, but still be the leader.
You can be the least positionally in your company,
positionally.
but still set the pace.
Wow.
That's impact. What of vision? Vision is simply mission accomplished. I was teaching a group of people today. They started their fellowship today. I said, any man without a vision will be dependent on those who have visions. I'll help you to understand. The blind guys, visually impaired people, you always see them with something, right? Somebody leading them.
Yes.
That's to explain that if you can't see, you'll be dependent. Now, if you don't have a vision, you'll be dependent on those who have vision. Because a man without a vision doesn't have a direction.
Wow. It's time outside. Time out. Man, my head
Where are you
is...
serving out? Time out to anywhere.
No.
You want to cut my inspiration? You want to cut my inspiration
No,
juice?
don't cut it. Don't cut the juice. We need to finish the juice.
I've not finished now.
Yeah, please.
Please, copy the expo. Okay.
All right.
So a man without
Vision is directionless.
Wow.
Directionless.
Yes.
A man without vision
Is
will be dependent
on those who have vision.
And they may take him to where he doesn't want to go.
Good. now listen.
Yeah,
so as a leader,
Yeah.
you must have a vision for different facets of your life. Finances, marital, relationships, business, spiritual, every aspect of your life must have a vision. In your academic journey, where do I want to stop? PhD, professor, you have to have a vision. And vision, I said, is mission accomplished. Yeah, it's a mental picture of a desirable. You desire this future so much that you want to be a major stakeholder in that vision. Yeah. I'm still explaining components of leadership.
definitely,
I've not said you have to be the CEO yet.
Yet.
These are attributes of leadership. Let's move to empathy. Empathy is the ability to sense the feelings of people. It's different from sympathy. What many people exhibit is sympathy. They only say, I am sorry. But that's sympathy. Empathy goes beyond I am sorry. Empathy is backed up by action to create a change. That's why our leaders are not empathetic. The roads are death traps. If they're empathetic, they know that my son could be passing this road.
Yeah.
And anything can happen. He could be kidnapped, he could be killed. So another person's son is vulnerable to that.
Yeah.
And then they fix the road because of empathy. Yes. It's a deep understanding of the feelings of other people. So I say to you, those words that you said to your neighbor, if they said it back to you, how would you feel? If you will feel hurt, if you feel disappointed and upset, don't say it to another person.
Reality check.
It's as simple as that. Empathy
check.
is simply that sensitivity you have towards, the feelings of other people. Fourth one, influence. Influence is the ability to compel obedience without coercion. I don't need to force you, but you are learning. Maybe the way you dress, the way you speak, you copied from somebody. That's influence. And the worst part is that you don't know that people are watching as a leader. So we must always model the right influence. As that guy insults you at the shopping mall, are you going to fold your sleeves and dash him?
Why are you looking your mouth? You're going to dash him. Leader.
You understand? You see,
Leader.
you cannot solve a problem with the same mentality that created that problem. If you fight that guy, you have successfully come down to his level.
So, my point, based on what you said now,
Yes.
some people get weary for head though, and some people would not allow you to leave that place until you fight them. So at that point, what do you do? And most people will look at the fact that okay, for example, let me use you. I'm sure I cannot see you throwing blow in public. I don't know about private.
Is it private? I
won't do that. I won't do
No,
that.
I know you won't do that. But if somebody tells me you would do it, I'll
Yes.
say no because of you.
Yeah.
But if you meet me on the road and I tell you it's a must, you must fight me because I have not seen you fight. What at that point? What? And I'm being serious about it. Whoa, Ogbeni, you know, if you leave this place until you
bust
fight
my
me.
eye.
I have been in that situation, and actually, I left. I didn't fight, but I was beaten because I refused to fight. So at that point, okay, what do
No,
you do?
two things are involved.
Yeah.
Two things are involved here. Two cannot work together except they agree. It takes two to tango. Nobody can force you to do what you don't want to do. Nobody. And this thing I'm saying doesn't mean that you'll be... There's a difference between being affirmative, being firm with your decision. You understand?
Yeah.
And actually fight it. Nobody say fight, but you can be firm. Excuse me, don't talk to me that way. I'm not stupid. Do you get? That's being firm.
Yeah.
That's being firm. Do you understand?
You know why? Okay, you know why? It's I really want to know because at the time I was when I was growing up when I think I was at Siemens Grammar School.
Yeah.
I was just going home. I was wearing a wristwatch that was gold. I was about to enter the bike. Finally, somebody just tapped me. Give me money. I said I don't have money. He said you must give me money based on the wristwatch that I wore. He didn't know if I stole it, if I borrowed it, or what the area guide knew was give me money. I said I don't. I was being firm that I don't have the money. Next thing, I thank God for the bike man there because I received slap.
Like light you.
My brother, the lighting was just.
It's extinguished on darkness.
That's why I'm like, okay, being firm is good.
Yeah.
Some of them understand, while some don't. And I will not stoop so low to come and start. I mean, I can't remember when last I fought, whether in public or privately. But at that point, I just want to know what you, Sir Val, would do.
Even as firm as you are.
As firm as you are.
They are shaking your firmness.
Well, see, the truth of the matter is that I'll remain firm. And, well, I don't know how it works. But I've actually seen some crazy people anyway. Like people who will do that to you. But I think that what we can do, instead of bringing ourselves down to fight, I think the appropriate channel to handle that person is there. Like, you want to show that you're crazy, then meet this crazy person and he handles you. Not like, reporting to the appropriate quarter, and then they will deal with the person.
Just come on, you guys.
Do you understand? Deal with the person, you understand? So, I feel that to a large extent, the way you present yourself will determine how other people will treat you and come around you and all of that. You know, so don't you ever bring yourself to that level where you have to now exchange. It's not sustainable. How long will you fight? How many fights will you fight?
My mom will always tell me, once you want to fight, you run. So that you live to fight.
Another day.
That day you want to fight, you run again and live to fight. You fight.
Fighting is not.
How many, as a podcaster, your eye is bandaged.
One black eye.
Or your teeth and all of that.
In comment section, everybody will like,
so try as much as you can to avoid, like I said, it's emotional intelligence in a way. They want to bring you down to their level. Escape as much as you can. Seriously. Then
third.
Yes, fourth. That's influence. I was explaining influence.
Okay.
Modeling the right influence. The fifth one is commitment. Commitment is doing what you say you will do long after the mood you said it in has left you. Many people are excited. They make decisions like New Year resolutions. That first night is always energetic. People are enthusiastic. People are shouting. They write goals. But in February, March, that's all. So they go back to their old lives. They go back to their old ways. Commitment says, do what you say you will do long after the mood you said it in has left you. That's discipline. So you are sleepy, but you have to read one chapter before you go to bed. You have to make that call. You have to send that email. That's discipline. You do it regardless of the odds against you. Whether the odds are in your favor or not, you do it.
Yeah,
That's discipline. These are attributes of leadership. And I've not in this conversation mentioned that you're... So when you carry these attributes now as a CEO, it becomes a given default. Yeah.
Okay. Do you believe in human development? Like, I mean, people that work with you.
Yes.
People that work with you, because people have emotions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, people go overboard for you when you treat them well.
Yeah.
Do you believe in that? Do you treat them well, or do you just say, okay, I'm paying you? For example, now I'm paying you to teach me how to be a leader. So don't go overboard. You must teach me what I'm expecting you to teach me.
It's my money.
While some will be like, oh, because this person treats me well, instead of this, okay, look at what can happen to this company. What do you believe in that?
Wow.
Treating your
one of my core values, Dave said it, is to leave people better than I met them. And for everybody who has come into my space, and he can testify to that. Recently, one of our mentees went to Switzerland, Geneva. When I met Ifunaya, she had no clue as to what to do. So I started mentoring her on the benefits of volunteering or putting yourself out there, and then she picked it up. Last month, she was in Geneva representing Africa at Global Shapers Conference. Emmanuel and Nsa, they've gone to Ghana fully funded.
Yeah.
She's going to the UK soon. I wrote her recommendation. See, we give jobs in the platform. Jobs, scholarships. Come on, what are you talking about? People should be able to leverage the influence. People call me on phone, say, Val, I need somebody who is good, respectful, will give you a job. I'll just put it on the platform. If you meet the requirements, you get a job. I don't know if you've seen it before on the group.
Opportunities.
Almost on a daily basis.
On a daily basis, drops it.
In September, we're going to be training for Chevening Scholarship. How to get a Chevening Scholarship. And it's one of my mentees who just got it. I'll be training. Those things, you didn't pay me to do them because I believe in investing in humans and it will come back.
That's really, really low.
Okay, so sorry, are you done?
Yeah,
okay,
just to answer your question.
Okay, so those people that you've invested in,
yes,
have they I'm big on heart of gratitude.
Yes.
Have they come back to say, oh, take this, or I really appreciate, or they just come to appreciate you?
Okay. There's certain things that people just naturally want to take care of because you helped them at some point.
Yes.
Because we all have what is called emotional bank accounts. And as I do you good, I invest in the account. When I need something from you, I reap from that account. That's how life works. Seriously. So all these people, even though outrightly I don't want like anything in return, but it's natural that people show gratitude. And you see them expressing that through gifts or clothes, perfume, shoes. I've gotten a laptop, I've gotten a phone. Yeah, many things. many things. Diaries upon diaries. Just to say thank you for the impact. And that goes to show that if these people become big tomorrow, they will do bigger things. If they are able to do this at this level, if they have more, they will do more.
Yeah.
They will do more.
Okay. Mr. Val, you're right?
Yeah, very, very cool. I hope that answers your question, though.
That answered the question, right? I hope it did.
Definitely did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Val, your company, the Val Okafor company, as I know it, I don't behave like a novice here. I know you mostly have more influence on the media, right? So, many people now in our generation are building their businesses on the media rather than owning an office, physical office. And I wouldn't say I have an issue, but Some people who have built businesses on the media also build a brand. That's what it is. That's their own personal brand on the media. There's a way you perceive them on the media. So they look like leaders on the media, but when they come physically, my God.
What you
My
see is not
God, what you
get.
ordered is not what you get.
Yeah.
In fact, the order is not. They cannot get it because their character is way out of context to what they portray in the media. So I've had a personal experience with people like that. So when I got to meet them in person, I'm like, what was that thing you were saying on the media again? I don't know. It's not showing. Your fruits is not showing. I know your fruit online, but it's your fruit offline. I don't know if you buy them. You understand? It's spoil. You grab. So what do you have to say about leadership?
Wow. That's true. Because, when I teach branding, people focus on colors more than character. Branding simply means reputation. What people can say about you, I don't want to mention any airline, but there's a particular airline that I won't subscribe to because of my experience. That is branding. What experience, what reputation do you uphold? Do you understand? Now, a lot of people online focus on colors. They look good, they speak well, their accent are tight, everything is on point, but they fail to invest in their character. So branding helps you to attract, character keeps and sustains. So, but that's the missing link. So people miss out on that, and then they behave anyhow offline, and then put people out. There are many top executives that I wouldn't want to do stuff with because of character. Yeah,
that's really bad.
So as you invest in color, also invest in your character. Invest in your character. Invest in your attitude. Which is everything. Attitude is everything. Yeah.
So the character is the main ingredient of a person, rather than the finance.
Yes, you know that there are people who don't care about your money. They just want to have a safe space.
Yeah, right.
The reason why they're working with you is not the salary you're paying them. Possibly they just want to learn, they want to build, but you have shown them your true self and they're running away. They don't want to do stuff with you anymore, and you're wondering, I have the influence, but they don't care. Other people are farming you, they're like, but he doesn't see anything because you have shown him or her your true self.
True color.
Yes, your true color. So let's not be scared of other people progressing under us.
Yeah. So in other words, you're saying leadership is a lifestyle.
I said it's an issue. I said when we started, is a lifestyle of those components. They don't need to assume any position to do that. It's a lifestyle.
So they have to live it.
True success is when your successor succeeds. So if Dave is within my space and he's not progressing, something is wrong with me. Something is definitely wrong with me. Why are you not progressing? Why?
What if he's stubborn?
Why is he not progressing? No, let's leave all the negative aspects. Like, why shouldn't he progress? If he's stubborn, let me open his head.
Wait, I'm not stubborn.
Let it be that I have done everything possible and he refused to learn. Listen, Jesus' style of leadership is transformational kind of leadership. He started with 12 people. At a point, he asked Peter, "Do you love me?" Peter said yes. That question was, have you understood the vision of what we are trying to build? He said yes. He said the company is your own. Feed the people. And he left. And his company grew in his absence. That's true leadership. That's true leadership. Empower the people under you. Empower the people who come around you. Let them become bigger. There's no insecurity.
That's really deep.
Yeah, but don't you see like the fear of what will you even call it? The fear of having, like you said, David as your mentee, of having him more successful than you are. I know of a family that the father cursed their children that he can never be greater than them. What's the constitutive factor?
They're gonna be better than him.
Than him, sorry.
Okay.
Than him.
That's
well,
crazy.
see, the Bible says that a good father leaves an inheritance for not just for his children, for his grandchildren. How much more those who are close to you? So anybody who thinks that way, I don't know his problem. But the ideal thing is every parent wants their children to be bigger than they are.
Definitely.
If David succeeds more than I do, it gives credibility to the kind of leader I am. I'm telling you, people will now believe in my leadership much more. That this guy, all the people we have watched that came close to him, they succeeded. So let's go. And as they're succeeding, do you think I'll remain where I am?
No.
It's not possible. A hose pipe is that tube they used to put out fire. So long water comes out from that hose pipe, it will never run dry. Never. It will never run dry. So these guys are succeeding, they're coming back to say thank you, to pay homage, and you're growing. It's when people are insecure, they are scared. Oh, he's doing this now, he's traveling from country to country, he's securing deals, he's doing this, and they are scared. No, that's not leadership. That is godfatherism.
Godfatherism. So the godfather will not allow the godson to
have godfatherism.
Okay, yeah. So can I? There's something that just struck me now when you're speaking about godfatherism. Do we have those kind of people? Like, I'm just trying to look up for a way to fix this English because it's heavy in my mouth. Because I said, I grew around negative aspects of everything when it comes to marriage. Me hearing divorces. I thank God for my parents. Like, my parents are 35 or if not more years in marriage. So I look at them as
your model.
A model, and I wonder why people, youngsters in this generation, will swear like, I swear I will never get married because of so celebrity divorced within 2 months. Kim Kardashian has the lowest number of days of marriage. I think she has just 7 days, 7 days if I'm not mistaken. Wow. Married,
and she rested.
And she rested on it. To that her basketball. That her basketball this thing. So how do you meet those people? Like, how do you correct that impression?
What impression exactly do you want to correct? Because is it the aspect of godfatherism or those who are scared of getting into marital relationship? Or?
The aspect of insecurity. Like, this person must not be greater than I am. How do you correct that impression?
Yeah. See, you cannot, like I said, you cannot behave beyond what you know. That's his level of exposure. So what he needs is mindset reorientation. What we can do is to just create the awareness that true success is when your successor succeeds. And if anyone has seen father, it's because they stood on the shoulders of giants. So why not become a giant so that other people can climb on your shoulder to see what's ahead? I mean, how can you say that people who are under you shouldn't succeed more than you do? That's witchcraft. And until we see it that way, these things will remain. We can only but create awareness and tell them that no, it's not supposed to be that way. You're supposed to invest everything you need to invest to make those people under you bigger. And that way you are not losing out because they'll be loyal to you. They'll be loyal to you. Loyalty is not forced on people. You earn loyalty. It's not commanded.
Okay. So looking at you now, like you started from the boy behind the man. When you were a boy, your vision and your vision now, what's the huge contrast? When you started your reading books and everything, what were you looking just to be? And then what was the paradox, like a turning point for you? That's okay, let me just switch to this side. This is where I think, let me say you're gaining clarity little by little. So as a boy, what were you actually, and then what was the turning point?
Okay, so I think that everybody well, we should be dynamic in our approach to life. Your vision can change, but your purpose is static.
Mm.
Purpose is a destination. Vision, mission, goals, they are just the vehicle that takes you to your purpose.
Yeah.
So my vision as a young child growing up was just to help all these children around me. That was what I was seeing at the time. So how I could comb around schools and impact in them.
Yeah.
Then as I was doing, because the more you do, the more clarity you get. So as I was doing, I said I could actually do this in the university. I can actually talk to university students. And I moved to university students. I said, okay, I can actually talk to core members. And I've spoken to core members.
Yeah.
That I can actually do for entry-level staff in organization. And I've done that. So right now, my vision is different. My vision is now global. Right? My vision for me personally, is to help world leaders invest appropriately in youth development. How I can donate some part of my wisdom to help them create policies that benefits the youth. Personally, as a company, our vision is a prosperous Africa driven by the innovation of her dynamic young men and women. You see, the vision will keep changing, but the purpose is the same. You know, so the more you grow, the more you learn, the more these things become clearer. Yeah.
So
that's
yeah.
so this is like a personal question. Yeah?
Okay.
Have you ever had anybody that has been ungrateful to you, that you've helped and the person has talked down on you to discredit whatever you've done for the person?
Hard question.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, what I would say, they didn't say it to me, but I was told. You know, there was a time is it Schnapps? Schnapps put up an advert of somebody who looked like me on their billboard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen that.
I've not seen it, but this is getting
the former, they've changed it now. The guy was wearing a turtleneck black and he held his hand like this.
Yeah. Oh,
that looked like me. People were snapping the pictures from different parts of Nigeria. They were sending it to me. Are you the one? Are you the one? Are you the one? It's, alcoholic drink. And of course, one of my core values is non-alcohol. I don't do alcohol.
Yeah.
So they were like, is this not the church boy? What's this picture doing on the billboard? I put up a disclaimer all over social media to say, this is not me. The guy that was on that billboard also commented. His name is Maduago, as in Chidi or so. It's a celebrity. He now commented under my post. Was like, people they resemble. And then we laughed over it. Still, those people didn't believe I wasn't the one. Even after putting out a disclaimer. How can you put out a disclaimer for a company you are modeling? Is that not a breach?
Yeah, it's a breaching contract.
Yes. But they say, nah, lie.
You
You're the one. You have gone to Abuja because see you on television. You fly around. That's why you can behave anyhow. I heard these things and I said, who said this? And he refused to tell me, but he said they are very close to you.
Aye.
He said they're very close to you. But you know what? Thank God I have coconut head. I don't listen to naysayers. Life is too short to pay attention to those who won't pay your rent.
Life is too short. Wisdom. Life is too short
to pay attention to those who won't pay your rent.
Come on, you pay my rent.
So focus. Focus on the journey. Focus on where you're going to. Focus. In 150 years, we'll all be dead, including the child who was born today. So why do you want to pay? Guys, life is too risky that nobody will come out of it alive. So you have to do everything you can to make your life better. So I don't pay attention to, hey, the gossip, they are saying this, they are saying that, they are doing this, they are doing that. Come on. No, I have to focus on my journey because they'll be fine.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, everybody, last, everybody go there all right. Everybody will be fine.
Okay,
Last.
did that affect any of your speaking or your brand? Did it in any way?
In any way,
It didn't.
he did it. In fact, in less than 1 year now, I've done Europe, fully funded.
Oh.
My visa at the embassy lasted just 5 hours. The government sent a letter.
Government of Europe.
Government of Russia.
You know what?
No. Russia.
Yes.
You have to rush to, you understand?
5 hours. I flew Qatar to Moscow, then to St. Petersburg. Fully funded. There was no need to go with dollars because everything was provided for. Transport, hotel, dinner, every single thing. Yes. Wow. And I don't want to mention the next country I'm doing, but I want to say this. If I had, he said, did they talk about me? Oh,
my life outside.
Then I will not do the work I'm supposed to do because the guy who gave me a slot said, Val, I see your work. I see what you do. Don't worry. Once they start, I'll send you the link.
Wow. Okay. So, Mr. V, there's this saying, at every level,
yes,
there's a devil, right? Every level is a new devil, so you have to beat that devil in that level to be able to go to the next level. So, you surely we're talking about clarity. The more you grow, the more it gets clear. Let's leave clarity first.
Okay.
At every level you got to, after reading and all, were there doubts? Like you're like, I'm not sure this place where they go. Like, see, it's not for me.
Yes.
And even that I can't say till now because
till now, till tomorrow.
Till tomorrow there'll still be doubts.
There'll still be doubts.
You still doubt your
See, if your vision is not big enough, if it doesn't scare you, it's not yet a vision. If you can accomplish your vision alone, it's an ambition. A vision must encapsulate people. No visionary did it alone.
Wow.
In every man's promised land, there is a giant. So that's how life is built. So doubt, like, can I do this? It's normal. It exists.
No, we thought you guys are superheroes now. We just start. I enter.
The difference between the superheroes and those who clap for them is the superheroes see opportunities in challenges. Yes. It's not clear, but I'm going there. Yeah. I'm putting my legs in the waters, hoping it will part. But you are too scared to even put your leg. That's the difference. So you fold your hands and allow fear to eat you up while he goes neck deep into it and he succeeds. That's just different. So it's normal to feel those doubts. Can I do this? Can I not do this? I mean, come on, ask those billionaires that have succeeded. They will tell you. They will tell you the same thing. So when you started pardon me for cutting in. When you started the Val Okafor company, was it to model a particular kind of business, or just this is an opportunity? Or this is let me just grab it, this is where I can get the money. Or you're like, okay, this company, let me just try to do a Nigerian style of this company outside. What was your drive for creating the Val Okafor company? Okay, so my drive actually came from the problems of people. So I got lots of questions every day as to how can I be better? How can I discover my unique self? How can I become a better version of me? And there was no time to answer everybody, so I had to create a product that answered those questions. And there's nothing wrong in charging for the knowledge you have. Every one of us, we have to learn how to institutionalize our purpose, because in every labor there is profit. And everywhere the Bible talked about hard work, there's always reward. So don't feel guilty for asking people to pay you for the knowledge that you have. Yes, we are creatures of compliments. You compliment me, I compliment you. You compliment me, I compliment you. And I give reward for the problems you help me to solve. There's nothing wrong in that. So when I saw that, I was helping. People were getting answers to their questions. And they were in return sending money to my account. Like, so there's nothing, you get value for your time and your resources, and we are good.
Okay, so Mr. I like the way you speak, right? I know you have had a lot of things like that. And most people would think, well, this guy grew up as an extrovert, feeling people and all of that. So, I know you. People, not everyone who's watching know you. So, now, I don't know if you're an extrovert or an introvert. And I don't know, there are some things on media that says extrovert makes a great leader and all of that. There's some people that bring their own kind of stuff. Whether an extrovert or an introvert, can they make an effective leader, irrespective of their VATs, switch?
Yeah, so for me, I'm an introvert.
Really?
I can be in a space and you'll not hear my voice.
Wow.
Yes. I can be in a space and you'll not see me come out, play with people, and all. I'm a core introvert. But core introvert. But when I have the mic in front of me, I speak, I communicate, I express myself. I'm not like all over the place, but that doesn't mean that the guy who is an extrovert will make a great leader.
Yeah.
We just have different temperaments and we have different personalities. That doesn't determine what kind of leader you will be or not. Yeah. I've showed you the attributes of leadership.
Yeah.
None of them said you have to be loud. Don't have to be loud and all over the place, that you're a great leader. No, it's not by gra-gra. It's by core principles of leadership, And we've seen people who are introverted succeed at leadership and whatever it is that they're doing.
It's not by gra-gra. You have to grab the opportunity. Yeah.
So that's it.
Okay, so do you believe people when they say grace?
Grace. Grace.
How did you become who you are?
It's grace. They will not cast the updates and stuff. So you don't meet them. I say, like the things you do. How do you do it? My brother, it's grace. It's grace. Even God will do, my brother, you self calm down now. Too much grace. So they ask you, grace.
Do you believe that the Bible says faith without works
is dead? Yeah.
Do you believe when somebody tells you that, I prayed for 50 billion to enter my account and it just entered?
And they say grace.
That's insane. When I hear such things and people say it, they are trying to mock God. But God cannot be mocked. Whatever a man sows, that shall he also reap. If you sow sleeping and waking up, you reap poverty.
Yeah.
No matter who you are. If you sow laziness, you reap poverty. So I believe in grace. Big time. Why? Because there's something called Kairos moment. Yeah. An opportune time when something happens. You're prepared and God brings opportunity.
That's success.
It results in success. How did that happen? How did I know that this man will meet me at this particular point in time? It wasn't my making. It wasn't his making.
Yeah.
That's the place of grace. So you have to do the work by being prepared at all times. Let me share a story of what happened in Rwanda last year. I knew that I wanted to mount that stage to speak, but the opportunity was not there. I thought, what will I do to get on that stage? I need these people to feel my energy. I wrote a speech, a thank you speech for our sponsor. I put it in my bag and we traveled. On the day to the last day, they say, let's give a gift to the sponsor. I said, excuse me, I think it would be better if we have a vote of thanks before the gift. Mind you, I've already written the speech before I even got my plane ticket.
Wow.
Yes, it was in my file typed. They said, okay, since you brought the idea, you will do the vote of thanks. I said, no problem. I went straight to my file, removed the speech, gave the speech. Everywhere was on fire. When I came down, people were giving me their cards. Oh, you're a great speaker. Let's do stuff together. That man reached out to me and said, Val, I love that thing you did. Next year, you're coming to Lagos to do the same thing. Pay your flight, to pay your hotel, everything you need. Just come and do that thing you did for all our speakers. See, it's grace. Do you see?
Yeah.
But it had to do with preparation as well. So I understand that place of grace.
Yeah.
I understand that place of what. Let me share another one. When I was before I even got my visa to travel, I had already printed 40 copies of my thank you card. 4 of my books, I said I'm going to give them out. 1 magazine, I just bought a few things, diaries, customized them to share. I gave this one, gave this one, strategically shared the card. What I'm trying to do is to make my name unforgettable in the hearts of those people. I gave a Malaysian, I gave an Indian, I gave a Russian, and I gave a Ghanaian.
Yeah.
I planted myself in those countries. And then the thank you card, I shared it to about 35 people from different countries with my name on it.
Wow.
So that when you make it easy for God to bless you, it's easy. So if I need something in Ghana, I have a connect in Ghana. And he will remember because I've already invested in his emotional bank account.
The emotional Azar.
You see, it's not rocket science.
Okay. So, Mr. Val. Mr. Val. Everybody have different opportunities to do things. So I want to ask you, like an interrogation. Why leadership? Yeah, no. I have to know that. Why leadership? Right? Anything around you is just so funneled and converged to leadership. Why leadership? You had chance to do any other thing.
Yes.
Every other thing around. But why did you just decide to focus on leadership? Everything you're doing is just around that leadership. Why? Wow.
Because I believe that everything rises and falls on leadership. Even when my grand mentor, John Maxwell, has said this several times, everything rises and falls on leadership. Whether this country will progress or fail is as a result of who is piloting the ship. If the person doesn't have a vision, the country will fail. If he has a vision, the country will succeed. Whatever will happen in your life is as a result of the vision you have for your life, and that's leadership. So I focused on leadership because I want to help people realize their God-given potential. One of the things that scares me the most is people go to the graveyard with everything they have. And you cannot add value in heaven. Heaven is a perfect place. Everything you have is for the earth realm. Everything you have is for the earth realm. So the oil fields of Venezuela, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Iraq is not as wealthy as the cemetery. Because buried in the cemetery are books that will never come to life, businesses that will never come to life, speeches that will never be heard. And every day people are dying and they're trooping to the cemetery. That's why I chose leadership, to help cut that flow to the graveyard. Now, listen to this analogy. I want us to think about this. Imagine yourself on your deathbed, and death is, don't be afraid. But I said initially that life is too risky, nobody will get out of it alive. So we'll definitely die one day. But just for a second, imagine yourself on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts of the ideas that you didn't utilize, the ghost of the talents you didn't put to use, the ghost of the potentials you never harnessed, standing around your deathbed, looking at you angrily, disappointed and upset. And they're saying to you, you could have given us life, but you didn't. Now we'll have to go to the grave with you.
The depression before the person dies, not me. Before the person dies.
So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
No matter how you run away from it, we'll all die one day.
We'll all die one day.
But I'm going to die empty. Nobody should whine.
So that's why that doesn't mean I'm not going to do any other thing.
Yeah.
Like branch out into other businesses, maybe like fashion, like oil and gas, like real estate. But they will still all come back to help me finance this main thing. All the monies I'll get from different aspects will still go back to humanity, human capital development, humanity, developing the mindsets of people.
Yeah, and that's what the Val Okafor company is for.
Absolutely.
Wow,
and we are launching a new brand by next year, by God's grace. that will help to bridge the gap that exists between young people and whether it's education, finances, and all.
Wow, that's a nice bridge.
Yeah.
Mr. Val has popped our heads here. He has opened the gates. You understand? He left it open. So you guys can come and dive in. Mr. Val, thank you so much
I appreciate
for being here. As in,
Thank
you have
you.
opened our head. My head is smoking. Imagine anyone seeing the smoke. See his head. His head is smoking.
No. I don't think this will be the last time we'll see you.
No, how will it be the last time?
I look forward to
have
more
to bring
conversations.
you-
Yeah,
I'll
I look
have to
forward
bring
to
you
more
back.
conversations.
You
Yeah.
understand?
Other capacities,
You
because
come and
I
lead.
can't be the only one. This is mind blowing. I mean,
Thank you.
it's mind blowing
Thank you so much.
when I first saw who is Val Okafor. Everybody Val Okafor. I said, okay, I actually want to know who this man is for myself. I need to get close to him.
Yes.
And I saw the opportunity that Phoebe
Yeah.
I told you about. That one didn't reply me. I was like, oh, let me go straight. I saw his phone number. I was like, okay, would he? And he answered. I'm like, oh wow, Val Okafor. Speaking, humility personified. I've met him in person.
And he's just
And-
a lovely being.
Blown away.
My God.
Though it was only once twice. Moses Chibueze's I think it was reach out.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that's a rise too.
No,
Okay,
no,
when
he's a
he spoke?
Calabar. When he spoke at
Yeah, he spoke at
definitely.
Arise too.
He spoke at Arise,
Yeah,
at a
Arise.
program. Then I was like, the crowd could resonate with this
was
young
just
man. It was just vibing. I was like, okay,
What
well,
manner of
okay.
man is this?
But then, wow, like sitting here, I'm really humble. I like, I don't know, I'm short of words. I mean,
Thank you so
he
much.
has he has led you to
he has led me to
I can't say
to the valley of shadow of light.
shadow of light. Let's get shadow of light. Light have
You
shadow.
have shadow,
It is
depending
well.
on the light.
Where are you leading me to? So
Then, yeah.
guys, it's a lovely
Lovely.
episode. Really lovely episode. My head, I've said my head is smoking. My head is barbecued now. I think I smell my barbecue, but it led me to it. So it's leading us on. So I am so glad that this episode. I'm actually glad that I'm with you, but I'm not glad that the episode is coming to an end.
No.
just because of the people.
I wish I could
That's
sit down with you
And all day.
all day. Like, if we can do this all day.
Let us make 3 boots, Nabi. Yeah, I want 3.
Yeah, like I mean, you know,
Yeah.
when a man has so much, I can see from the way he started, I could see that the passion was there.
Oh, he said passion before. He said
Passion was there,
Yeah.
and he's a man that knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know, some people I can sit behind camera, use teleprompter.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
And they just
right?
form speech,
Have
steals.
you ever used the teleprompter before? Like,
No, not really.
not really.
It's
No. Everything is just
Yeah.
up here.
Brain prompter.
Yeah, so people,
Yeah.
some people use the teleprompter
to drop wisdom, and they will not keep their steeds, and they will see they are the one talking from their head.
Wow,
You understand?
wow.
Mr. Val, thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you so
Can I
much.
just jump and handshake?
No,
Mentee to mentor.
why not? Of course.
Mentee to mentor.
Final word, if you permit me.
Yeah, you have the phone.
definitely.
Come on, you have the phone. You
Alright.
have the camera. You have
Thank you so much. So I don't know who might be paying attention right
Yeah.
now, but I want to say that you were not born by accident.
Yeah.
And you were not born for an experiment.
Mm.
You know, you were not born to come and clap for other people, but also to be a stakeholder in your life.
Yeah.
You know, so regardless of what your circumstances may be, your situation, your background, please don't let it keep your back on the ground. Nobody was born rich or poor. We were all born naked. The poor became poor because they learned poor habits. The rich became rich because they learned rich habits. That's why you can pick a poor man and put him in an environment of rich people and his mindset change and he becomes successful. So wherever you are and whatever it is that you're doing, always strive to unlearn the things that keep you down and learn the things that can take you up. I believe in you and I cannot wait to celebrate you at the top. Remain great. Bye.
I believe in you. I can also celebrate with you. Remain great. Thank you so much, Mr. Val.
Yeah,
This is a lovely
thank you very
episode.
much. And
So, guys, I do hope to see you in the next episode.
Yeah.
Please don't run, no. We have to lead you to clarity, you understand? So this is Mr. Val here, a leadership
Sorry,
expert.
before we close,
Yeah.
we need to your social media handles. You can just where they can get you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's important.
If you have a
Of
WhatsApp
course,
number,
yeah.
so
Yeah, very important.
Okay, thank you. So if you want to reach out to me, I'm Val Okafor across all social media expressions. But if you want to go deeper, you want a mentorship course or a training, you can just send me a direct message, just a DM away, and you get instant response.
Yeah.
So you've heard it, the Val Okafor Company across all social media platforms. Which social media platform are you most active in?
LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook.
Okay.
The four main platforms. What about Snapchat?
I don't do TikTok and Snapchat.
Yes. So you've heard it.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but because already I'm on this 4 and it's a lot already.
It's a lot.
Doing 6.
So now we're doing
crazy.
challenge.
What about your email address?
Okay, so if you want to reach out to me personally, is valentineokafor1 at gmail.com. If you want to reach out to us, it's via the Val Okafor Company at gmail.com.
Okay. Yeah. So we've come to the end of this episode. I hope if you didn't learn,
we never led you. We didn't lead you if you didn't learn.
He didn't lead you, and maybe me, I didn't even lead you.
Was I here?
I'm sure you've learned a lot from the brain behind the Val Okafor Company. Thank you very much. I remain your humble host, Buzwe Arira.
And I'm your humble co-host. Let me just lead you well. Esdavo David, and you're welcome. And I'm so glad you came, and I'm glad you will come again to Decan Talks Business, empowering dreams, one conversation at a time. You have a lovely day. Bye.